Okay, this is the second part to your grade 8 integer test. We have 3 true and false. We have some express multiplication as repeated addition in words, and we have some modeling questions. Your first true false says the sum of -10 and +2 is greater than its product. So in order to solve this, we had to know that the sum means addition and the product means multiplication. So is the sum greater than the product? What is the sum of -10 and +2? It's -8. What's the product? It's -20. Is -8 greater than -20? Yes, it is. And therefore, our answer to the first question will be true. Your second true false gives you this question. It says, is this expression on the left greater than the expression on the right? So we'll solve it using BEDMAS. First thing I'll do is multiplication, which is -2 times -2, which is 4. So 4 take away a +4, which will work out to be 0. Over here, -10 take away the product of 6 and -2, which is -12. Keep flip change to give you 2. Is 0 greater than 2? No, so therefore question 2, the answer for that is false. Now a lot of people had false down, but had absolutely nothing to support it. You can see clearly that I can't show whether or not it's true or false unless that is my exact work. There is no variation here. That's exactly what you had to have for your work, right? You had to show me how you got the answer. Question 3 is true and false. Is this expression simplified properly? What did the person do first? Did they do the subtraction or the addition first? So is it done properly? No, you don't do addition before subtraction. You would do your subtraction first, then your addition. Even though A comes before S, it's not addition first, subtraction second. Addition, subtraction is one step, so therefore it's false. They should have subtracted first to get -1. Sorry, and a -1 plus a -1 would be, the correct solution should be -2. That should be your correct solution. Okay, your next question gives you this chart and says the expression 3 times -6. How would you say that in words? Yes, I misspelled words. 3 groups of -6 is what you say. Adding 3 groups of -6. In repeated addition, that's 1 group of -6 plus another group of -6 plus another group of -6. So for your first question, that's your answer. In your next question, it gives you the words of removing 1 group of -4. As an expression, removing 1 group of -4 is what it would look like this way. And over here, since you can't express removing groups in repeated addition, the answer for this is you can't do it. So we say NA. It's not applicable. You cannot do that. So the answer is you can't express that expression in repeated addition. And your last question gives you that string of addition. That's adding 5 groups of -2. Adding 5 groups of -2 is what it looks like as an expression. And you would say adding 5 groups of -2. Okay, your last one gives you 4 different types of things to model using integer chips. This is adding 5 groups of +2. So since this is +2, if I put an arrow in like that, that's 1 group of +2. Now I can cheat, you can't. That's adding 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. That is adding 5 groups of +2, and that is your solution. If I go down below, it says adding 5 groups of -3. So here I'm going to put a -3 around it like this. That's adding 1 group of -3. That's adding 2 groups. That's adding 3 groups. That's adding 4 groups. That's adding 5 groups of -3. That's your solution for that picture. Now the next two, I would say over half of you got it wrong. So you're not overly sophisticated with your modeling. It says removing 4 groups of +2. In order to solve this, we need to start off with 0 pairs. So the other 2 pictures, we started off with nothing as well. Here it says removing 4 groups of +2. That's removing 1 group, removing 2 groups, removing 3 groups of +2, removing 4 groups of +2. When I do so, what am I left with? I'm left with -8. And my last one, removing 4 groups of positive 4. I'm going to cheat here. I'm just going to do one of those and just infinite clone it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to get even more cheaty. I'm going to take all of them and clone them again and bring them down. What number is that? 0. Removing 4 groups of negative 4. Removing 1 group, removing 2 groups, removing 3 groups, and removing 4 groups leaves me with 16.